What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, I want to say thank you so much to each and every single one of you for helping to make this channel what it is becoming. The channel does grow each and every single day, and that's because of you. If you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, comment in the comment section below. Also, hit the bell to receive notifications. I have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001, where I'm selling loose sports cards, graded slabs, and various other items. Go check it out. The link is in the description box below. Thank you so much to all of you that have done so already. Now that the shilling is out of the way, today is a new day, a dawn of a new era here on the channel. If you've seen my most recent content, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to regurgitate it in this video because I want to focus on this review. And boy, do I have a review, and I got some strong opinions about what we're about to dive into here. Let me introduce you to Transformers Studio Series, the movie Tankatron, and I will refer to him as Tankatron. I've coined that phrase here on the channel. This is the bottom of the barrel as far as I'm concerned when it comes to G1 Megatron. This is like the it, what, who pronoun, fat, black, trans, guilty, white, liberal, bull ring in a nose, face, child touchers, who are offended by plastic windows. Well, if you don't like plastic, don't buy plastic toys. See what I did there? Oh boy! Say that 5 times fast. By the way, if you haven't noticed, now that I'm here in the kitchen, I got dishes to do. But anyway, we're here in the kitchen. We're going to have a little fun today, folks. I think I need to have a little fun and unwind here. But yeah, every one of those things I just said is true. If you don't like plastic windows, don't play with plastic toys. Oh, these climate change nitwits. Don't you just love their hypocrisy? If you really want to take care of the planet, get a bucket and get one of those broomsticks with a needle on the end and start picking up the trash on the side of our highways and railroads. So anyway, yeah, this is one of the most controversial figures that I think Hasbro has ever released because of the nature of his transformation. He changes into that thing right there. This guy is not this. This is my goodbye Megatron. He is not that. Here is New Age Romulus. He is not him. He transforms into a gun. Here is my Hegemon, my Kit Bash Hegemon. He transforms into a gun. All 3 of those, and plus I do have the 16 special up on my shelf as far as Megs is concerned. These are Megatrons in my opinion, because to label this Transformers the movie and have him as a tank, I think is the most dumbest, unintelligent, unenlightened, and uncreative thing that Hasbro has done to date. This thing scrapes the bottom of the barrel. So let's free him from his cardboard and plastic prison. Again, if you it, what, who pronoun weirdos don't like the fact that they're using plastic windows again, well, you got plenty of trash in your neighborhoods and in your streets that you can clean up if you're so worried about the environment. You know, you can go out there and do something about it on your own. Everybody is capable of doing things like that. So there's already stuff falling out of the box. What do we got here? Let's look at the box first. So we have box, images. There he is, Tankatron. Autobot symbol? What? Why would there be an Autobot symbol on there when he's a Decepticon? That doesn't make any sense. There's an image of Tankatron. Let's get the camera panning up here just a little bit. All right, the photo looks cool. I'll give him that. So, say goodbye to the box. Again, forgive the mess in my kitchen sink. I will wash my dishes. I promise you, folks. So there's the instructions. That's clearly what that is. I guess that's a warranty sheet or something. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Let's take a look at Tankatron here. And Autobot wrapping paper for a Decepticon? Really? This is the new trend now. This is their naive attempt to save the planet! Save the planet! Isn't there like an object heading towards the moon at this point? Sorry, folks. All of you unicorns and it, who pronoun cross-dressing furry morons aren't going to be able to stop the eventual alien invasion that allegedly is coming our way, or a comet, or whatever it is they've been talking about on the news. Of course I am being, silly. But what do we got in here? Here's an insult. to the intelligence of G1ers like myself. That's not even a proper representation of the G1 Megatron gun mode. They tried. Is that a lightsaber? The scope looks like a lightsaber. What the hell? Yeah. All right, there's his, that's his actual lightsaber that he took a swing at Optimus Prime with in the movie. And I guess that's the barrel of his gun mode, which is supposed to be a gun. Instead, he's Tankatron. So, let's free him from this cardboard nightmare here. Environmentalism, save the planet! Don't play with plastic toys. If you are a YouTube toy reviewer here on YouTube, don't complain about the don't complain about the environment. You want to save the planet? Well, don't play with plastic toys. So Mega Tank here fell on his grill. Let's at least try to get him to look like his G1 counterpart, because this to me is an imposter. And already, I'm not liking this thing. So, what is going on here? So you have to muscle that upward, I guess, and put that in his back. And his fusion cannon, I guess, goes here. Man, that is tight. Oh, okay, I'm a dum-dum. All right, so I guess it goes there. Okay. There's Tankatron. Well, we still got more of that rubber band stuff on there, so let me just cut all that off. I guess that means that his chest folds down as a result of the transformation, I think. So let me pan the camera down here just a little bit. Oops. As you can tell, I'm batting 1,000 in this video, like always. I'm not going to do jump edits or anything like that because I like to be honest with my reviews. And here he is, good old Tankatron. So, all right, the robot mode looks nice. I can't deny it. He looks spot on to his G1 counterpart, but he is not G1 Megatron if he doesn't transform into a gun. I'm not letting this go, folks. And you Gen Zers or Xers or PQ RSTers out there, this is not a G1 Megatron. He's an imposter. I'm sorry. If he doesn't transform into a gun, and if you don't like that, throw your little temper tantrums all you want online. Oops. Almost knocked over the phone. I mean, he's got posability. He's got a little bit of up and down. His head does swivel. I don't like the fact that you can't interchange his fusion cannon. I guess you can rotate his hand around. Okay, you can. So he does have wrist rotation. That thing looks so weird. It looks so underwhelming. Let me bring out my Goodbye Megatron. Why did they do that? Look at all of this meat on the back of his fusion cannon. All right, he does do the karate kick, which is awesome. He's definitely got good flexibility in the knees and in the waist and the hips. Got a lot of foot tilt, so I guess you can pose him dynamically any which way you want. He's got waist swivel. He cannot bend down, but I guess you can do that sort of thing. That's fine. But he's not too gappy, except for maybe a few gaps in his legs, but I guess that's for space. And his back is really nice, though. I will say there's no kibble on his back whatsoever, so that's a plus right there. So, all right, you get points from me for that. I mean... Oh, you got tank treads on the back of his legs. Ugh, that kind of breaks the illusion of him being a G1 Megatron. So, I mean, he's okay. But he's not G1 Megatron. This is a Devastation Megatron, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, yeah, he looks cool. He emulates G1 Megatron quite well. But, you're not going to sell me into believing that this is G1 Megatron. It's like looking at Leah Thomas, for example. Leah Thomas is a man. You can't tell me that he's not a man. That's a man. My eyes don't deceive me. When I see images of Megatron turning into a tank, you cannot convince me that this is a G1 Megatron. This is an imposter. So stop that. Okay, so now he's got his lightsaber, and I guess we can put his supposed G1. This is stupid. I don't know if Hasbro is like trolling us by having a little some kind of replica of how he's supposed to be firearm gun thing. Oh, God, my head hurts already talking about Tankatron here. Do I really have to transform this guy into his tank mode? I guess we do. Be right back. Well, there he is. Mega Tank. So, yeah, he's a tank. I gotta say that the transformation process was okay. It was a little frustrating here and there with certain things. I mean, you kind of have to... I give Hasbro credit here because you have to fold things and twist things and collapse things, and given the size of the robot, I'll give them points for really collapsing the robot into this little brick with wheels. Of course, the treads don't really do anything. There are these plastic wheels underneath there. But please forgive the background noise. I got the door open. It's actually raining, and it's nice and cool outside. It saved me on my electric bill. But anyway, yeah, so he's got storage. I guess you can put this here, maybe? Let's see. Yep, you can put his lightsaber there. I guess you can take his fake former self and stick it up there. And now you got this weird looking turret going on here. And it does roll, kinda. It doesn't really pitch too much. You can pitch it up and down a little bit, but you'll probably end up breaking it, so you're probably best not doing that. And the one thing I find annoying, it's this, the parts forming. And this constantly wants to pop out, at least on my copy. So if you're going to pull that out, just be careful. You may break it, so just put it in ever so slightly. Ha ha ha, that's what she said. But, I mean, it's a goddamn tank. I mean, it was a frustrating transformation process. Again, I give him a lot of credit because the robot collapses into itself quite well, but then, it's very gappy underneath. And again, it doesn't really pitch too much. I would be very careful and advise not moving this up and down. You could definitely go left to right, but it conceals the robot well. I'll give it to him for that, transformation-wise, but he's still a tank. This is not the Megatron that I grew up with. Again, I'll bring out my New Age Romulus. That's my Megatron. Just why? Why? Why do this? Rather look at my pots and pans. Let's move this way. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very confused. You cannot convince me that this is G1 Megatron. Anyway, let me get him back into his robot mode. I'll give you my final thoughts on this brick on wheels thing. Ugh. Alright, so here we are. We got Studio Series Prime, which I've already upgraded. We've already seen that video, and he's standing next to Tankatron. And side by side, they look good. I can't deny it. The robot mode is not bad. But you cannot and will not convince me that this is G1 Megatron. G1 Megatron was never a tank in the old school cartoon that I grew up with as a kid. You want to call him Devastation Megatron, that's fine by me. That's kind of canon in that universe. But in the original G1 universe, he was never a tank, period. And don't you even come at me with that G2 nonsense, because the G2 Megatron was nothing more than a Japanese rebrand of Mega Storm from Beast Wars 2. That was not G1 Megatron. And don't give me some G.I. Joe weird universe stuff. I don't want to hear it. All right? Anything other than a Walther P-38 or a handgun will never be a G1 Megatron. This is an imposter. I'm standing by my words. If you don't like it, throw your little it, what, who pronoun, Gen Z, fat, black, gay, white, liberal tantrums like most of you do. If it wasn't for us G1ers, you wouldn't even have Transformers in the first place. Thanks, Grandpa. But anyway, with that being said, they do look good together. You got to admit. I mean, they even got the height right. And Megatron should be just a little bit taller and imposing over Prime. So I kind of like that. All right, so you're getting some points back here, Tankatron. But I'm sorry. Takara, I hope somebody's listening over there, you know, in the land of the rising sun. Give us a Walther P38 handgun. I would snatch that up, lickety-split, just like I did with Romulus, just like I did with Hegemon. Give us a proper G1 Megatron. You don't have to manufacture it here. It could be manufactured overseas and imported. I'm willing to pay Trump's tariffs just to have a proper G1 Megatron. But in the meantime, this is a nice stopgap or a filler piece or whatever have you. But it is what it is. The robot mode looks good. Fine. Anyway, that's my review. Love it or hate it. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my eBay store. Link is in the description box below. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Toodles!